Namaste, apkoik na video miswagate. Today I'm going to be talking about everyday life in school. I go to an international school here, and I can tell you what I do from 7 a.m. in the morning till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I wake up around 7 o'clock to like 7:30 with my alarm clock. Then I get up, I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth. Then I normally brush my hair. After that. I would probably change into clothes. We do not have a school uniform, so you can basically wear whatever you want. After that, I eat breakfast. I normally have a bread with like butter on it. If not, then like jam or maybe even an egg if I have time. After that, my dad will drop me and my brother at school at around 8 o'clock in the morning because our school starts 8:20. Well, that's on normal days for my little brother and me, but sometimes I have a sleep-in morning, or for example on Thursdays I start school at 10:05, which I like because then I can sleep for quite a long time. Before lunch we have around 2 to 3 classes before. We have around 10 to 20 minute breaks between the classes where we're allowed to use our phones, but I prefer not to because we normally use computers in our class, so that's a lot of screen time. We get computers from school, like with a bag and charger that you always have to keep charged at home because you're not allowed to charge it during the lessons, or the teachers get like angry at you. They say like, why didn't you charge it? And then on breaks, me and my friends, we have like this football that we normally play with, or tennis ball that we play with. Nor sometimes outside, but if it's like bad weather, raining like really much, then we prefer to stay inside so we don't get wet. We have lockers in our school where we keep all our belongings. I was sadly on a bottom locker. I was on a top locker, but then they switched me to a bottom locker. So then we have like a 30 to 40 minute lunch. It's mandatory to go to lunch because the teacher's like, why aren't you eating? Because they say that you have to keep up your energy for the rest of the classes after lunch. We get free lunch in school. Most of the time it's good. Actually, a lot of times it's good. Like all the time. After lunch we have around 2 to 3 classes again after lunch. It depends on what day, but I end at around 2 o'clock. On Mondays, sometimes even 4. We also have 10 to 20 minute breaks before. And in those 10 to 20 minute breaks, you go to your locker, you switch out like your folders, you get your pencil case, your computer if needed. Then you go to the class. There's benches in our hallway where you sit or where you can put your things before the class. In our class we have a phone bucket where you like put your phone so you don't have it during the lessons. Then the teacher normally says what we're going to do. Then we probably get started on that, or like he has like they have like a repetition of what we're going to do. And so if we normally don't get that much homework, but if we do, it's like really little, like barely any homework. So whenever I get home, my dad either drops me and my brother home, or I can maybe pick up my brother and go by bus home. We normally eat something, maybe take a shower, and then I like do some work that I have left over, or like do some math, science, other subjects. And then I study for a test if I have any upcoming, or I do some homework from math class or anything like that. I either do that or I sometimes just watch TV. I try studying 2 hours a day if I can. If I don't have activities, I would do that, but I normally have activities on like every single day of the week. Wait a minute, I forgot to tell you guys something quite important from school. So there's this swimming test at like the beginning of the year and at the ending of the year. You have to swim 200 meters without stopping, 150 on your like tummy and then 50 on your back. If you fail that test though, you have to like skip lessons of like science, math, English to use that time with a different teacher. Go to the swimming hall and swim there and practice. Then you still have that test at the end of the year where you do life saving. And in life saving you get these like ring things, livboj, what you call in Swedish. Then you have to practice how you throw them, like how to take it, and when there's a person inside, how to swim with the person back to shore. You have to practice how to life save, yeah. And if you pass that test after the winter, after like at the ending of the summer or something, then you don't have to go to swimming school. But then they have that same test at the beginning of the next term where you have to see if you can swim still. I've never failed that test, but I know people in my class that have. अगर आप लोगों को ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो आप लोग ज़रूर लाइक करिए. Make sure you like, because I know you like my video. So be sure to like. और आपको school, make sure you tell me how your school is. Do you get free food? How long are your school days? Do you enjoy school? Namaste. आप लोगों को मैं अगले वीडियो में see you then. Bye.